What the heck do I post on social media? What do I even write about? We've heard this all the time from dental practices nationwide. And sure, I could just hand you a bunch of social caption templates, but I think you'll change your mind when you take a look at the stat. US adults will spend 13 hours and 35 minutes per day consuming media. 13 hours per day. In today's world where people are more online savvy and demand brands to be more authentic, copy and pasting caption templates aren't going to cut it. So where am I going with this? I want to help you out. I'll share with you the framework of a high converting social caption, one that'll prompt likes, comments, saves, and shares, but that's not all. I'll also unveil 7 formulas for the most crucial part of your caption, the hook. Seriously, you've got to nail this if you want people to stop scrolling. And be sure to stick around to the end of the video because I'll reveal how you can get your hands on our social calendar. It's packed with a whole year's worth of social post ideas. We've got a lot of good stuff coming your way, so stick around. You don't want to miss out. Hello. I'm Mel, the marketing director for Roadside Dental Marketing. I've been crafting high converting copy and content for dental offices since 2012. I've written everything from social posts, blog posts, video scripts, ads, emails, you name it. And through my ears, I still hear the same pain point from dentists. What the heck do I post on social media? I know. It can be an uphill battle to say the least. I mean, you've gone to dentistry to help people, not to become a TikTok star. Fear not. I'm here to help you out. Let's start with how to make a high converting social caption. Many offices fall into the trap of going for something very generic and boring. They don't think about it. But crafting a good caption is so crucial I'm going to give you 3 reasons why. Number 1, it tells the story behind your visual content. And storytelling is so important, and I'll spill the beans on why later on. Number 2, the caption invites your audience to post. If they engage with your post, the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, any social media platform algorithms will see your post as relevant. When they see your post as relevant, it expands your reach to other audiences. This elevates your authority and ultimately wins you more patience. It's a snowball effect. And number 3, it's your golden opportunity to inject your personality into your brand. And this is so crucial when people are craving connection and want to shop for brands that align with their values. So you definitely don't want to overlook the caption. So what exactly makes a good social caption? How do you add a little va-va-boom that gets people to engage with it? Well, there's a 3-part framework that I like to follow. I use this framework every time I need to write a social post for Roadside and for our dental clients. It works for anybody, so I know it'll work for you too as dental offices. First, we have the hook. This is the very first line of your caption that makes people pause their endless scroll. Take a look at this example on my screen. The hook on this social post is, did you know that your headaches could be teeth related? And a little cute emoji. And here's a little bonus. Take a look at the graphic. It also has an engaging hook. What do headaches and dentists have in common? Doesn't that pique your interest, your curiosity to find out more about this post? This will draw an audience in, especially if they're researching whether or not they have TMJ disorder. So it speaks to them to learn more. They want to learn more of what you have to say. Next part is we have the core content. This is where you get to share your expertise following your hook. Think of it as the meat and potatoes of your post, offering substance and value. Let's take a look at the core content of our example. It's called TMJ disorder, and it often brings headaches, facial pain, jaw tenderness, and more. The core content of your social post could be anything. It could be hygiene tips, answering FAQs, giving details of a limited time offer. It all depends on where your audience is in their buyer's journey. And I'll get a little bit more into that in this video. Then let's bring it all home with a call to action. It's that invitation for your audience to engage with your posts. This could be anything. This could be like, comment, request an appointment, share this post, save this post for later. Any of that could be used as your call to action. Let's take a look at our examples call to action. So book a visit today to make sure we can catch and treat TMJ early. Link in bio, then a little emoji just to add a little personality to it. Okay, now let's rewind a little bit. There's one piece of this caption framework that's crucial. It sets up your post's entire foundation, and it'll determine if people will scroll right on past you or if they're hooked and want to read it. I kind of just gave it away right there. Did you catch what I said? That's right. It's the hook. It's the first line in your caption that stops people dead in their tracks and makes them think, I need to see what this is all about. As I said at the beginning of this video, people consume over 13 hours of media per day. They're bombarded, so it's even harder to grab their attention. Your hook needs to stand out. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You do not need to be an expert copywriter. Copywriters have been using the same hook formulas for years, and they're still effective to this day. I'm excited to share 7 of my favorite hook formulas that have engaged with audiences in the past. And I'm also going to share the framework of those hooks that you can follow and some examples that relate to dentistry to help give you some inspiration. By the end of this video, you will not only be equipped with the know-how to craft killer captions, but also have access to our free social calendar. This calendar is our most popular resource. Last year alone, it was downloaded over 1,000 times. That's because it's packed with social post ideas for the entire year. Imagine never having to stare at your screen, wondering what to post next. You'll have a plethora of ideas at your fingertips, a caption framework, the tools to create a powerful hook. Like this video, you're gonna have everything you need to create amazing content for your audience. Stay tuned at the end of this video to grab your social calendar. You don't want to miss it. Okay, without further ado, let's dive into the first hook formula. Formula number 1, curiosity hooks. This is probably the easiest hook to create, and it's incredibly effective. Here's why it's effective. Curiosity hooks draw in your audience by presenting them with a question or surprising fact, effectively creating a gap in their knowledge. By nature, humans don't like leaving questions unanswered. So when that first line is a question, they're driven to dive into your content and find the answer. Curiosity hooks often follow a format that directly addresses the audience's potential lack of knowledge or challenges their existing beliefs. Here are some possible templates you can use. Think you know how to blank? Think again. Ever wondered the difference between blank and blank? Did you know blank? Okay, now let's turn these templates into possible ways that can apply to dentistry. Feel free to steal these. Think you know how to brush your teeth properly? Think again. Ever wondered the difference between plaque and tartar? Let's clear up the confusion. Did you know that tooth enamel is the hardest substance in the human body? Those are curiosity hooks. All right, let's get into formula number 2, open loop hooks. Open loop hooks are kind of like curiosity hooks, but they're more of a cliffhanger. You know how your favorite TV show builds up a lot of anticipation, drama, and you're dying to know what's gonna happen, how it's all gonna end, but then the episode just ends? Doesn't that drive you crazy? And you go, I have to watch the next episode. I gotta know what happens. This omission creates what's known as a psychological open loop, a compelling cliffhanger that leaves you yearning for closure. The only way for you to find peace and close this loop is by engaging with your content all the way through to the end. Open loop hooks often employ strategic phrasing to hint at groundbreaking revelations or essential advice without giving the game away. Some possible ways to structure that could be starting your hook with the word "this," like in all caps. This will change the way you think about blank. This is why your blank isn't working. Or you can incorporate a number, specifically the number 1 into the hook. Not doing this one thing is sabotaging your blank. The number 1 tip to blank your blank. Okay, now here's how you could apply it for dentistry. This will change the way you think about mouthwash. It's not just an afterthought. The number 1 tip to protect your enamel is simpler than you think. Not doing this one thing is sabotaging your dental health, and it's not what you think. See? Now you even want to keep reading more and find out what the answer is. I love open hooks. It can dramatically transform the way your audience interacts with your content. They're just fun to write. Formula number 3, storytelling hooks. This hook is pretty straightforward. It's telling a story. It's about leveraging storytelling right at the beginning of your content. It could be a personal journey, a patient smile transformation, or a simple tale with a twist. A storytelling hook should be relatable to your audience, and because it works. Storytelling is so effective, it works because our brains are wired to stories. We're not hardwired to understand logic and remember facts for long, but we understand and remember stories. In fact, stories are remembered up to 22 more times than facts alone. Here's an example. Take the Significant Objects Project. It's a perfect example of the power of storytelling. Rob Walker and Joshua Glenn asked 100 creative writers to invent stories about $129 worth of items and sold them on eBay to see if the stories enhanced the value of the objects. And it worked. The net profit was $3.6 million. A well-crafted story can transport us, make us feel connected, and leave a lasting impression and far beyond what facts alone can achieve. Storytelling hooks often begin with a phrase that signal a personal or insightful story. Some possible templates you could use include how I actually blank. Want to know the best blank I ever heard/learned? If you took those hooks and tied them into dentistry, it could look like this. How I actually overcame my fear of the dentist. True story. Want to know the best dental care advice I ever heard? Always remember to relate the story back to your audience. People are interested in themselves, and if they see themselves in your story, then they'll be hooked. Formula number 4, controversy hooks. Controversy hooks are all about making a statement that shakes up the status quo. These hooks usually give polarizing opinions or challenging widely accepted practices. Now, I'm not saying you need to go political or say something crazy, but giving a different opinion does make you stand out and can attract the patients you want to serve. Humans are naturally drawn to conflict and resolution. It's why debates and discussions can be so engaging. And when you present a viewpoint that goes against the grain or challenges a common belief, it naturally piques interest. You could make a controversial hook with some of these templates. Unpopular opinion, but blank. If you're still doing old method, you're doing it wrong. The blank no one agrees with/believes that has made me blank. These openings signal to your audience that they're about to encounter an opinion that'll challenge their own. This sets the stage for engagement. That's what you want, right? So let's take these templates and apply them to dentistry. It could look something like this. Unpopular opinion, but fluoride is one of the best advancements in dental health. These 3 myths just aren't true. If you're still using hard bristle brushes in an attempt to clean your teeth, you're doing it wrong. Let me tell you why. The advice no one agrees with that has made my teeth healthier. Cool, right? Nothing crazy was said, but you're piquing interest. Formula number 5, list hooks. List hooks are the bread and butter of engaging content. If you introduce your content with the promise of a list, you're telling your audience that they're in for content that's structured, organized, and most importantly, packed with value. Value. This could be tips, myths debunked, or must-know information, and presenting it as a list makes it more appealing to digest. Here's some formats you can use to create clear and specific list hooks. Blank red flags for blank. Number simple things to blank. Number big lies you probably believe about blank. Now, if we took those hooks and applied them to dentistry, it could look something like this. 3 red flags for needing a root canal. 5 simple things to do every day for whiter teeth. 4 big lies you probably believe about sugar and cavities. These lines set a clear expectation for the content about to be presented. Formula number 6, benefits-focused hooks. A benefit-focused hook zeroes in on a common pain point and that audience has, and then it swiftly presents a benefit or solution. These hooks are perfect for people who are in the middle of the funnel. They know they have a problem and are researching solutions for it. Here are some possible templates to use for benefits-focused hooks. Get benefit without thing your audience objects to. What if benefit happened? This blank helped me blank fast. Okay, so let's take those templates and translate them to dentistry. Get a brighter smile without giving up coffee or wine. What if reversing gum disease happened without surgery? What if teeth whitening didn't lead to sensitivity? This 15-minute daily routine helped me achieve fresher breath fast. Benefits-focused hooks work very well with dentistry because you're able to present benefits without the pain points people usually associate with dentistry. Okay, now let's get to the last hook. So many of these hooks have focused on delivering value and education, and this works great for people who are in the top of the funnel or middle of the funnel. But this last hook will be your go-to for people who are at the bottom of the funnel, aka they're ready to buy. So formula number 7, scarcity hooks. Scarcity hooks tap into a mix of limited availability or the fear of missing out. You've heard of FOMO. They play on the idea that there's a limited window to take advantage of an offer or opportunity. And it creates a sense of urgency. You see this all the time without you knowing it. Like when you shop for airplane hotel tickets, you'll see small text that says, "We have only 5 spots left." You see this all the time because it works. And here, I'll prove it. In Richard Chataway's book, The Behavior Business, he shared a story about scarcity being used in KFC in Australia. The offer was chips for $1. They gathered all of their agency's talented copywriters to come up with headlines for the Facebook ads campaign that they'll show all through Australia. They came up with 70 headlines, and they were very, very unique headlines, like, "The Colonel's never been so generous," stuff like that. But here's the thing. The creative headlines didn't get the most sales. It was this one. Chips for $1, limited to 4 per customer. Very simple scarcity. That's how powerful it is. Scarcity hooks are absolutely brilliant to use when you want to light a fire to get your audience to take action quickly, especially if you're running a seasoned promotion. But, and this is a big but, use them wisely. This source reports that people see 10,000 ads per day. 10,000. People don't go to social media to be sold to, they want to be entertained. So when you do use scarcity, make it count. So here are some templates you can use to really drive home scarcity. Only number left in stock. Grab yours before they're gone forever. Last chance to get product/service at this price. Offer ends, time or date. Now, let's translate that into dentistry. Last chance to get your dental checkup and cleaning for $79. Offer ends tonight. Only 10 slots left in our exclusive Teeth Whitening for Life program. Grab yours before they're gone forever. Whew, okay, there you have it. 7 hook formulas that any dental practice can use for social media. Now that you have these formulas and a framework to create a killer caption, all you gotta do is practice. It may feel awkward at first, and this is from my 12 years experience, just the more you do it, you follow the framework every time, it'll come naturally to you and you'll be popping out captions and hooks in no time. Okay, I promised you a social calendar so you can have social post topics to complement your hooks and captions. This calendar is 100% free. We just ask for your name and email so we can continue to send you valuable content about marketing. You can find a link to our calendar below in the descriptions. Every year, over 1,000 dentists, dental office managers, anyone running a dental practice download this calendar. So I know you'll find it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, ring that bell, like this video if you want to see more content like this one. Our goal is to create valuable content that makes dental marketing easier for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.